Good morning from Ghana. My name is Frederick Ubebo, addressing the wonderful abundance mindset people all around the world. This is my 24-hour broadcast where we're looking at your voice. We say your voice is the key to breaking free from your enslavement to the elites. Your voice. Your voice. In one of the questions that we asked when we were to migrate, talks about how important your voice is in this community. A lot of people are looking for a way to catch up. How do I get my money? How do I get my money out? No, things are not done that way. Education is important. When the people need to be educated about TBC. The TBC is bigger than your personal agenda. Bigger than your personal agenda. It's about the world. It's about ending poverty. It's about ending slavery. You look at what is going on around the world today. Look at what is going on in the Mexico border. Children and family being separated because of poverty. People die in the sea because of poverty. See, I was talking to the guy that the young man I was with earlier on today said, look at the world. If we can just love each other, love one another, and be willing to help, and be willing to share, and be willing to care for others, what a beautiful world will be. It's not about competition. It's not about what I have or what I don't have. This is not about that. See, your voice is important. Your voice is important. I'm going to go to the blog to look at a few content. I love the blog, when I come to the blog, what I love about the community is that we can see our uniqueness. It's not about where you live. The system of the world is about scarcity. Scarcity. They create fear. Just the way fear is a tool of Satan, faith is a tool to connect with God. To connect with abundance, you need faith. You don't need fear. A system that creates fear is creating fear out of scarcity. Scarcity in their mind. We don't have enough. There's no money. There's no this. There's no that. But meanwhile, there is abundance. We have abundance. We have abundance. This was a blog that came out 2 days ago on the 1st of this month. So it's a video. I won't be able to play this now. I've watched all this video. You know, I love to listen to Bitcoin Randy. You know, in this video, he was, you know, you could see him pouring out his heart, opening our mind to the vision, to the mission of TBC. The TBC is not just about, you know, cashing out now, but we have to be ready. We have to be prepared. Talking about the banks are watching. Are we ready for the banks? So those are the things. So So at the place where we are today, for me, I believe God has planned it. God has planned it. It's like when the disciples were scattered abroad. See, through this broadcast, we are, you know, the TBC admin is giving opportunity to everybody in the community to, you know, come on YouTube for their voice to be heard. Your voice can be heard. Your voice is a currency. Your voice is the currency. It's not about the numbers, the money you see in the wallet. No, your voice is the currency. Your voice is a currency. These are videos. You go there, you watch, and I've not watched this. I just downloaded it. I'm gonna watch it later. That's what I do because of these same issues. So what are you doing with your voice? What is it that you're doing with your voice? What difference are you making with your voice? God did not give you your mouth to criticize people. He didn't give you your mouth to criticize others, to tell them who they are or what they are not, what they are doing or what they're not doing. Your mouth is your currency. Your mouth, your voice is your currency, your money, the money. Your mouth. Your mouth. Your mouth. Matthew chapter 7, verse 8 says, "For everyone who keeps on asking receives, and he who keeps on seeking finds, and to him who keeps on knocking, it will be open." Ask. Your voice. We don't have guns like Bitcoin Randy said. We don't have knife. We're not fighting anybody, but we are fighting poverty. There's a gentle fight against poverty. Value of your currency is the value of your knowledge about TBC. That's the value of a currency. See, that's why we have it 24-hour. You hear our voices. See, for everyone who keeps on asking receives, and he who let me share that with you from my TBC prayer group. I have a prayer group. We're a 7-member there. So for everyone who keeps on asking receives, and he who keeps on seeking finds, and to him who keeps on knocking, it will be open. Your voice is the key. Your voice is the key. What are you doing with your voice? What are you saying with your mouth? What impact are you making in your life? Your voice is the key. Your voice. What is the difference between a broadcaster and a basic member? Your voice. Your voice. Your belief. The belief you have in TBC. Do you believe in TBC? Do you believe in the mission of TBC to end poverty through abundance? Do you believe in it? I was trying to look at the lots that has been said about the banks, the bank. People talking about the bank, exchange. How do I exchange my TBC? How do I exchange my TBC? This was a blog post that came out in September 2010, September 23rd, 2017. So we can hardly wait for the fiat bank exchange. Now that we have finally, this was, if you look at the development of the story from the fiat bringing the leadership together to where we are today, you can see that it is obvious the banks are ready to work with us. Who want to work with a market-driven currency? Who want to work with a market-driven currency? Who want to work with a market-driven currency? The banks know. They know. So while you're asking when will the bank open, others are earning money today. Why you're asking when will the bank open, say others are making money today. They are making money today. Every time someone asks when will the bank or fiat exchange start, send them this article. Are you anxious for the bank to start exchanging $500 a week of your TBC into a fiat currency using an ATM card? Why are you so anxious? Why are you so anxious? If it's going to take you, if it's going to take 5 years for TBC to be fully, integrated into the system, for the banks to fully accept TBC, can't you wait? You can't wait. You can't wait. So why are you so anxious? Why do you keep asking that question over and over again? Obviously, that question really irritates the leaders inside the TBC community. Why does it irritate them? Because that situation is completely outside of their control. Now, I was talking about the difference between a broadcaster and a basic member. I said, it's your voice. Let's go around did a video on how you can use your mobile phone, to do a broadcast. That's different. If you look at the reward, the cookie reward for broadcasters compared to that of the basic members, it's huge. It's huge. Huge. Why would you allow yourself? Why would you lose such a wonderful opportunity like this? Billions of dollars of digital money will be distributed by the end of November 2018. That is the next redemption period. This is the time to accumulate the coin now. See, just 15th of June here, you could get one coin for $100. Everybody, both the broadcaster and the basic member, could get a coin for $100. See, but today, we have the opportunity to enjoy this 500% bonus starting from June, which is just 2 days ago, 21st to July 21st. 500% bonus. Now, the normal cookie reward is this. Every $100 purchase, you have 0.001 TBC, which is about 40,000 dollars. So let's see that. So you have not one, right? And that is what you get as a cookie reward for $100 today. Just a few days ago, you could get one full TBC. You could get $8.3 million worth of that. But today, this is what you get. But there is a promotion going on right now where you can get 5 times the value of what is quoted on this table. That means for the basic members who don't do broadcast, who don't who are not willing to let their voice be heard, then they can get 500 cookies for $100 now. 500 cookies. You can get 500 cookies for $100 now. That's about $41,000. You can get that now. See? So, you know what? You can see the difference between just a few days ago and today. So how much is it going to cost you to get one full TBC, even with the 500 as a basic member? See, it's going to cost you a lot. Different from just a few days ago. I remember when people were discounting, the coin. Remember people when people were discounting the coin, they just, going forth and back. Then the admin had to shut down the wallets. Then the leadership structure started. The orientation started. The education started. And this is where we are today in the education. 24/7 live broadcast from all over, people talking from all over the world with their various languages and voices. See? What are you going to be part of? How can you make a difference in the world? How can you make a difference? Look around you, you see so many people jobless. They don't have jobs. Meanwhile, the jobs they are looking for is no longer there. And God has given them a voice, but the system has taken their voice away from them because of fear. Because of fear. The only fear you should have is the fear of God. The Bible said the fear of God is Job 28:28. He said unto man, he said, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom. He said, evil is understanding. The only fear should be the fear of God. Why? The fear of God, of the Lord, is the beginning of wisdom. Because if you have the fear of God in you, you will love your brother. You will love humanity. You will want to save humanity. You will not be thinking of depopulation. You won't be talking about depopulation, but rather you'll be talking about how can we fulfill the purpose for which we were born, to multiply and be fruitful. Our purpose is to multiply and be fruitful. How can we achieve that? When there's hardship, when there's poverty. You come to Africa, the drainage system is terrible. People are dying. People are suffering. No one is dying in Jesus' name. I reverse it. People are living in Jesus' name for my sake. What will happen to your voice? People are living in Jesus' name for my sake. What would you do with your voice? What impact will you make with your voice? What will you do with your voice? That's a question. That's a question. Let's go to the Bible of TBC again. The blog. This blog post came out March 21st. Time passed. You can go back and look at it. Yeah, I love this the blog post that came out yesterday. Santa has been officially retired. Santa has retired as the mascot of the Kringle coin, and everyone is happy, including Santa. Wow. You see, that's what we're talking about. When we started, it was 100,000 Kringle cookies. From 100,000, we have 50,000. From 50,000, we have 25,000 now. And this whole promotion period from 21st of June to 21st of July, you can get you can now get 125,000 cookies. Kringles, 125,000 Kringles, because it's 500%. See, soon you will be able to use your TBC, anything you want to purchase. Be able to use your TBC to transact business. Kringles are private smartphone money ready for merchants to use and accept. Kringles are private smartphone money ready for merchants to use and accept. Glory to God. This is beautiful. So we will be doing a whole number of upgrades to the website and moving into the direction where it is clear that our coin, our money, to be used to purchase goods and services worldwide. Soon we will have the automation. Soon we will have the automation built to finish the migration without so much manual labor. Once the code for the automation is done, we will develop a Q code system on the new wallet, and it will be easy to do smartphone to smartphone transactions, and small merchants will love that. On July 7th, all send buttons on the old wallets will be turned off. There's no need to continue using the old wallet with all its bugs. So now is the time to go ahead and uh, complete the migration process. Migration officially ends at the end of July. At the end of July, guys, get back to your people, the people you invited, those your, like in the leadership, those of you that brought in 100 people, to qualify for that um, system. Go back to them, talk to them, go back to your Kringle Cash back office. I'm going to do that. Go back to your Kringle Cash back office. Go back to them. to your trade marketing. You have center list. So you get back. What I do, I just go here on the downlines. Sometimes, looking at the names, you can tell who the person is. We have their numbers. You call them up and talk and help them to migrate. July, the end of July is the end of migration. See, you go to them one after the other. These are my people, Dr. Piles, wife, Esther. All these guys, we all came in through me. I'll go back to them and invite them. Go back to them and invite them. Go back to your people. You click there, you see their names, you see the phone number, Facebook profile is there, see his email is there. See, get back to them. Remind them of migration. Remind them of migration. See, the blog should be, like your Bible. You visit the blog all the time. Visit the blog all the time. You can even go to the testimonials. You go to the testimonials, you see people talking about TBC. You can spend a whole day. You can spend a whole day having fun. You spend a whole day having fun. So I was trying to say a few things about the bank all the time. Before we said, every time someone ask when will the bank or fiat exchange start, send them this article. Are you anxious for the bank to start exchanging $500 a week of your TBC into a fiat currency using an ATM card? Why are you so anxious? Why do you keep asking that question over and over again? The thing is the right question. Today's scripture is Matthew 7:8. Say, for everyone who keeps on asking, receive, and he who keep on seeking, find out. To him who keep on knocking, it will be open. The right question to ask, the right TBC is not, TBC is an asset, digital asset. You would have to go out there and show people, educate people. You have to educate others. It's not it's not something you can just go to the bank. No, there's no cryptocurrency on earth that you can currently go to the bank to cash. No. The banks are they know this the way the Bitcoin system operates. That is their system. They don't like it. See, so they understand. So they're going to find it difficult embracing it. But with TBC is going to be the #1 coin because it's the true hedge. It doesn't. It is outside the market. You say, oh, if it is outside the market, does it mean that something is wrong? No, most of the things you have out there are outside the market. Most of the things they're all outside the market. If you're going to take an Uber, you want to take, let's say you want to take a taxi, or let's say you want to take a taxi in Africa, for example. Do you go to the transport company to say what is the flat rate? No, you negotiate. Everything is about negotiation. Even if you do buying and selling, you still have to negotiate. You still have to give reason why this your product is more, why I should give you this amount for this product. That's what TBC is. You need to educate people about TBC. You compare the TBC system structure with that of the Bitcoin, so people can see. So the banks know they can work with this. See, so we have a bank who are watching us closely. They're looking, waiting for us to be organized. He said, obviously, said, why are you so anxious? Why do you keep asking the question about nobody? Obviously, that question really irritates the leaders inside the TBC community. Why does it irritate them? Because that situation is completely outside of their control. There are certain things that will be outside of your control. You can't force the bank to accept your currency. No, you have to give them time to do their own study, to do their research, to compare the TBC structure with every other cryptocurrency out there. See, so that it's outside of, you can't force the admin to say we have to get the bank in if because we don't have a fiat exchange, so it is not it's not a true asset. Oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's a gentle fight against enslavement. It's a gentle fight against corruption. It's a gentle fight against extinction. A gentle fight. A gentle fight. We're not fighting with guns. No. It is true knowledge. The Bible says, true knowledge shall the just be delivered into their inheritance. True knowledge shall the just be delivered into their inheritance. For you to have your inheritance, it is true knowledge. You need to go out there and educate people, talk to them about TBC. You can put a PowerPoint together, meet the TBC leader. Don't be too full of yourself. No, TBC does not work in an environment of pride. TBC work with love. TBC work with love, caring for one another. It doesn't work through abundance. Doesn't work through criticism. Abundance doesn't work through pride. No, abundance is God. Is God in operation. Abundance is God in operation. It's a place of love. It's not about religion or I'm this, I'm that. No, we come together. Even with your religion, with your belief, you come together. You know, God does not, the rain does not shine on only those that think they are God's children. No, the rain falls. The sun shines on every one of us. Same thing. TBC is for everybody. TBC is for every one of everybody. But we have to be courageous to step out there to use our voices, to use our voice. Don't try to be like somebody else. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Meet a leader to teach you. So first and foremost, TBC needs to be a strong and stable currency and remain so in order for the bank to do any business with us. Needs to be a strong and stable currency. Strong and stable currency. Strong and stable currency. What makes a currency strong is the belief system, the belief the people have in it. So how can you have strong belief in something? It is through education. So this is the time for education. The time for education. We are all, part of the system, educating each other. I learn from everybody. I go on the YouTube. I learn from what what others are saying out there. Wow. Have an open mind. Have an open spirit. That abundance does not work with competition. It comes with true learning, the willingness of learning. It comes through humility. Through humility. Strong belief, true knowledge, and stable currency. Stable currency, a currency that does not fluctuate. That's it. You know, where the rules, where the owners, where the partners agree and honor the agreements. A strong and stable currency. Can you call Bitcoin a stable currency? It's $20,000 today. Tomorrow is this. But is Bitcoin a bad currency? No. But it is not the best in the crypto world. It is not the best in the crypto world. A strong and stable currency is a true store of value, and TBC is a strong and stable currency. But are we there yet? No, we are not strong yet. We need 1 million badass broadcaster like Bitcoin Randy would say. They'll be willing to do this daily broadcasts, sharing their experiences for the world to see. And we will get there. And remain so. In order for the bank to do any business with us, if you haven't been paying attention, the tech side of our coin crashed, and it has taken a very long time to debug all the causes of that. And clearly, the only real solution to fix that is to migrate to the new blockchain we have set up. We are super close to the beginning of the migration process at this time of the course. The bank will be watching us closely. Of course, this happened before the migration. You can see the dates. March 21st. It happened before the migration. See, so we are super close to the beginning of the migration process at this time. Of course, the bank will be watching us closely during that migration process to see how the new tech holds up. That's why I am taking the necessary time needed to set up the new tech properly before we start migrating. We are doing extensive tests right now on what we have already set up. So far, everything looks good. Second of all, is the bank wants to see a strong and well-behaved community surrounding our TBC coin. See, so far the trolls are going down, and they will go down completely in Jesus' name. Because why would you bash a thing that is designed to end poverty? Why would you destroy it? Why would you say evil things about it? Abundance does not strive through criticism. Abundance strive through love. Abundance strive through inspiration. Abundance strive through encouragement. Frankly, we could do a much better job at clearing up our social media presence. I'll be addressing that more in articles to come. Just bear in mind that the bank wants to preserve their positive reputation. This is not a small bank, as I have said many times before, and they can interfere with any other bank without being under the total control of the elite. See, this is very special kind of bank because they hold real asset and not just paper like most other banks. See, you can't say every other bank out there are the same, but there are still some few that who recognize that who recognize the evil that is being perpetrated in the world. See, that's what the admin is saying. That we have a bank who understand our pain. We have a bank who have a lot of fiat currencies that are ready to give out. They are not just backed by paper money, but they are backed by gold. They have, they have a system, a currency. They said this is a very special kind of bank because they hold real assets and not just paper like most other banks. Real assets. TBC is real assets. Real assets. TBC is real asset because of people. People are real assets. People, because of people. people. Everyone that joins the community add a grain of gold to the price of the coin. That's asset. Not paper that is printed on controlled by one centralized system. No. So the whole TBC itself, we are all stakeholders. We all have our portion in the asset. We come together with the same voice. This bank has similar values to that of TBC, and we are actually concerned for humanity. So we do have much work ahead of us to shape up the TBC community so that the bank will be happy to do business with us. So bottom line is that we are months away from starting the fiat exchange. Months away. Is that not a great encouragement? Definitely the fiat exchange will come. It will definitely come. Because the banks will look at the other sister structure out there and see that this is a better model. There's no greed here. Greed does not work with abundance. Why should there be greed when there is so much? Why should there be greed? See, why should there be greed? They will always find their own way. They will find their way, because at the end of the day, if their focus is to, change lives and improve the conditions of the people who give them this money, then they will embrace abundance. They will embrace a good life. See, abundance will bring all the infrastructure. Abundance will take away all these unnecessary expenses. Instead of, say, petrol, we use solar. Internet will become free or cheap. Power become free or cheap. That's abundance. What would you do when internet is free or cheap? What would you do when power is free or cheap? What would you do? Will that put more money into your pocket? Would you be able to do other things? Would you be able to save for that wonderful dreams of yours? You see, scarcity breeds fear. Abundance brings faith. Faith. You look at this coin, you say, wow, this coin, glory to God, thank you, Lord, for making me a part of this community, building this community. You look at what has happened to Bitcoin. Bitcoin came in pennies, but today it even got to 20,000. So Lord, thank you for this opportunity. You don't criticize it. So the TBC programmer did not deliver in January as I had hoped, and even made some adjustments in personal. The adjustments in personal because of the time slipping away. A successful migration is needed before we can engage the bank officially in fiat exchanges. Say months away from starting the fiat. See, so why do we have this third-party program like Kringle Code and TBC Code? You see that there can be a flow. Because when there is a flow, value is created. When there is a flow, value is created when there is a flow. It's created. If I buy $100 from you, not only are you going to receive the coin, you can also redeem that for cookies. See, if you buy from me, the same thing. There's a flow. So through systems like the Kringle Code and the TBC Code, people can begin to start little trade, like $10 trade, $10 to $25 trade, $50 trade, $5 trade, to $100 trade, to $200 trade to the TBC Code, $300, $400, $500 to $1,200 trade, and you can start all over again. And people, you get those positions paid for, and for life. You get people who understand the system trading it, and getting more cookies. Whilst the programmers are developing the system, whilst we are building, whilst we are letting our voice heard in the world. Whilst we do it in joy, we don't do it by complaining. So, oh, the bank has not started. When there's a fiat testing, no, no. We keep building. We keep building. We keep believing through patience and faith. So the TBC program did not deliver in January as I had hoped, and I even made, this is an old post just about in March. I'm looking at the bank, looking at how the bank will finally embrace this coin, and what are the signs, what are the things we see happening in the community when there's a flow, when there's a flow and an understanding, and that movement of the coin, like that in the community, the banks can say yes, these people are ready. See, let's redirect that anxiety. He said, a successful migration is needed before we can engage the bank officially in fiat exchanges. Yet you are filled with anxiety on this matter. See, let's redirect that anxiety towards something within your personal power to get you what you want. You want money in your pocket now. I completely understand that. But the bank is not an immediate solution for that. Is it? So engage get paid today training in your Kringle Cash back office. Engage our leaders 24/7 on the live broadcast and partner up with them so you can get some money in your pocket right away. Stay tuned into this blog and become educated on TBC. And most of all, stop believing you can get something from nothing. TBC does not TBC does create wealth automatically, but at this time, extracting any of that wealth takes time and effort. Go out there and earn more than 500 a week in TBC right now. Yeah. Wow. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's beautiful. I really encourage us, TVisions or Kringlers, to be patient. We keep asking. It is in that word, ASK. Your word, your voice. Bible says, as you ask, say, he who ask, receive. He who seek, find. And he who knock shall receive, it shall be open unto him. So there's continuity. We don't want to stop. The broadcasters are the billionaires. Why don't you join? Let your voice be heard. Let your voice be heard. I want to thank everybody out there. I want to thank the TBC admin. God bless you for what you're doing. We're praying for you. We love you. Randy, you're doing a great job. I don't always meet your show, but I always go back to see your show. Sometimes I download them for me to have proper grasp of what you were communicating. I also do the same for my wonderful brother, friend, Sadan Lutz, Alpha Leader. I love you so much, and every other partner, friends out there. Thank you for the great work you're doing. We love you all. God will not forget. God will not forget your labor of love. God bless you. See you same time on Tuesday. Bye.